everybody, and welcome to the Sewing and Reaping YouTube channel. Listen, I have a really interesting point that I like to make, and it's just following up with something that I said yesterday. And I wanted to talk about this while this was fresh on my mind. That's why I ain't bother getting ahead and all that, doing the opening and StreamYard and everything. I'm just gonna make a real short video. Well, a kind of a short video. How many of you actually remember what Shanny said about Chris? Oh, and by the way, for those of you who don't know who's in the thumbnail, that is Shannon and Chris Dornbush. Chris Dornbush is Shanny's ex-husband. Shanny said, Sabella, I want you to listen to this a minute, Sabella, because I think a lot of people miss this. And if you talk to Carrie and the rest of them, tell them to go to Fundy Archive, because if they don't do it, I'm going to do it. And go find the video where Shanny said that this man slept with her best friend. That's right. Chris, who admitted that he did this, slept with Shanny's best friend. But I'll take it even further here. Okay. She also accused Chris of violating her. How many of you remember that? How many of you remember all of those videos when Shanny accused Chris of violating her? Now, a lot of you don't know this, and a lot of you probably do. I don't know. Shanny is still attached to that man's last name. She still calls herself Shannon Dornbush. Remember, I made a video years ago, and that video is on an archive channel marked by God. I got to get that video so I can show everybody this. But in the video, I said that I did not believe that Shanny was violated. I think that she's making that up. And I had my reasons back then. That was when we went through the first eviction saga and everything else and whatnot. That's all fine and well. Big boy, understand all of that. Took care of it. Look at where I'm at now, right? But think about this a minute. This Dornbush apparently cheated with her best friend. This Dornbush apparently violated her. But she still calls herself what? She calls herself Dornbush. She still identifies with that. She doesn't call herself Egroff. Yet she lies on a regular basis on social media and tells everybody that that is her husband. Anybody bringing this up will be blocked. But I believe if enough awareness is made about this, she'll be called out about this by a lot of people. You see, she made a claim about this guy years ago. Chris, if you're seeing this, I would love to hear your side of the story on my YouTube channel. All right, I'm going to try to get you on here. I got to get a day where I can shoot you the link, maybe promote your channel a little bit. Maybe you can come into my debate arena or something like that. I'm sure Shanny would just love that. But she made some claims about you, man. And she's still going around calling herself Dornbush while she's with Mr. Egroff. I want y'all to think about that a minute. Think about it. Why would she want to be identified with someone who's done something so vile and so terrible? I mean, unless the man didn't really do it. Unless Shanny was making it up. And Rev, I'm talking to you now. This is why a lot of people say you're stupid. Why is this woman still using his last name while being with you? You want to know why? You want to know why? She does not respect you. And that's important, dude. We talk about manhood. We talk about our role as men and what we're supposed to do in these relationships and whatnot, right? All you are is an errand boy to her now. You're her nurse. You're wiping her butt. And if you're good, if you be a good Rev, you might get a little jar of peanut butter after wiping her booty and bathing her. Okay? But how many of you notice that? She calls herself Dornbush after making all of these claims. Carrie, if you're watching this, go to Fundy Archive. Find the video where she's crying and boogers are coming out of her nails and that fake crying and everything and whatnot, which is what I'm thinking it is now. Where she was making the claim that this man slept with her best friend. The only reason I believe that because Chris admitted to it. And I think the mother said something about it. And then also she made the claim that this person violated her. Now, Shanny, welcome back to YouTube. Welcome back to YouTube. Okay? If you're going to be on this platform, this stuff is going to be brought up again. People are going to be reminded about what kind of a monster you are. G-Man is thinking it's fake. No, everyone doesn't know it's fake. You'd be surprised, Lubis. Do some research. You'll be surprised. Go look at how many channels out there. Hannah Stout and a couple of other people do believe she was violated. All right, so just go look at that. So she's calling herself Dornbush. She's naming herself after a man who supposedly violated her. And then after they get divorced, she sits there and she makes video after video after video while smoking up all of Rev's money, talking about how she loved that man, and how she this and how she that, and how she did this and how she did that. I'm just saying, Shanny, why you're still calling yourself Dornbush? You're not married no more. You're not single. You got a boyfriend. You lie on a daily basis and say that's your husband. When in Pennsylvania, see, what I'm going to end up doing with you, Shanny, is I'm going to put you in a position where on camera you're going to have to admit that you're not that you're not married, because the bottom line is at the end of the day in Pennsylvania, no one respects your union, and as a Christian, I would have to, even if I didn't like you. But because you're not married, you have no marriage certificate, you have not made any vows, you haven't done anything like that, your union is not going to be respected by anyone. And I promise you, when I get done with you, no one in the Christian community is going to be looking at you as a married woman, but I think they might start calling you the W word, where you might be referred to as a whore or a prostitute or a Jezebel or something along those lines. You know what I mean? A temple prostitute or whatever. You walk around here claiming that you believe in Jesus and all this other stuff and whatnot while doing porn, bragging that you're going to do OnlyFans and all this other stuff and whatnot. I triple dog dare you to do it while I'm watching you. I quadruple dog dare you to do it. All of your old Christian friends will come over there and rip you a new one. Good night, Miss Dornbush. The woman that identifies with a person who claims they violated you. You fake.